Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna.
Read in the morning.
That might be correct.
I was
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
sorry.
Sri Krishna
Amazing.
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
transcendental melodies.
Amazing, because I never yawn ever.
It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's listed in the books.
Sí, no?
Yeah,
It is?
yeah,
I will read that.
yeah. You can read it, yeah.
Very good.
Yawning.
Yawn.
Sri,
Yeah.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Sorry. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Let's see. Get another one up here. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
This is the one that I don't know what to do. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
You want to read now?
Sí. I want to take a picture of my dog sleeping, but I
Ah,
think I lost.
afterwards.
But I lost the book
Yeah.
again.
Afterwards. You'll find it.
Sí.
All right, so let's see here.
Are we gonna read the part of this yawning?
What would you like to read?
Well, we were yesterday. We were reading something this. It was interesting. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. You want to read that again?
We finished. Let's finish that one.
Finish that
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
and then
okay.
we read the yawning part.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Hmm.
We're gonna read from here.
Maybe. Let's
Okay.
see, because it's a little bit better than the screen. Then we can.
See, and we can see what.
Yeah, let's see how it works.
I like the stickers that took a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that
We were in the chapter, let's say.
Chaitanya, what is what's that? Oh, yeah, a lot of Vindipore's devotions. Okay.
Yeah, we did text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe there. I am therefore presenting only a synopsis of those events already described. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am therefore presenting only a synopsis of those events already described, elaborately by
Vrindavan Dasta.
Eso, in his Chaitanya Mangala, known as Chaitanya
Bhagavad.
Bhagavad. Some of the incidents he did not describe elaborately, but only summarized. And this I shall try to describe in this book.
Oh, we read that already.
We did?
Yeah. You got to go further up.
Sí, they will continue to, oh yeah, pobre boy, the one that needed the
Yeah.
temple.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were at the moment where
Yeah.
they were going to
That's
build
right,
that
yeah.
temple,
Yeah,
pobrecito.
yeah. There you go.
He was going to the bush.
Yeah. Take me out of the bush.
Yeah, pobrecito,
Okay,
pobre.
38.
38.
It's
Please.
Madhavendra devotional
Sí,
service.
pobrecito.
It says chapter
38.
38 in
Well, the
Majjhila.
text 38. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
which
the text
chapter.
38.
Yeah.
Yeah, Madhavendra's devotional
Sí,
service.
sí, sí. So please construct a temple on top of that hill, the boy continued, and install me in that temple. Oh, I read that. After this, wash me with large quantities of cold water, so my body may be cleansed.
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 Yes.
Yeah? Yeah. For many days I have been observing you, and I have been wondering, when will Madhava Vendra Puri come here to serve me? I have accepted your service due to the ecstatic love for me.
See, people don't catch these little details. The Lord says, I have accepted your service because of your ecstatic love for me.
Yeah.
Yes, he only really accepts that kind of service, really. And that's why he,
Pure love.
yeah, pure love, yeah. And then he can work through those persons.
The poor boy, I still feel sorry for him. Okay. Thus I shall appear, and by my audience all fallen souls will be delivered.
Yeah, by the audience. See, audience is basically
Everyone.
yeah. See, yeah.
Ignorant.
Well, not
World.
everyone was delivered.
No.
Yeah, no. By the audience, everyone that sees the Lord
Yeah.
gets delivered. Yeah, and sometimes not right away, but it
Yeah.
could be in a couple of lifetimes.
Yeah.
But if you get association with the Lord, like back when he was there, and his devotees, it's sped up. Just like everybody's that comes here, their evolution, spiritual evolution, is sped up.
Amazing.
Yeah, a lot.
Amazing.
Yeah, you go through spontaneous purification. Just by being
Amazing.
there.
Like my roller coaster.
Yeah, like the roller coaster. Yeah. Just
My name is Gopala. I am the lifter of Govardhana.
Govardhan Hill.
Govardhana hill.
Yeah.
I was installed by Bhakra.
See, lifter of Govardhan. That's another code. See, lifting Govardhan represents one idea. People think it's just a hill and all that. So lifting Govardhan is you lift up the pastimes, see, so that people can hear them and see them, and so the Lord Krishna lifted those pastimes and gives shelter to those who come under those pastimes. So that's an esoteric truth of when you come under Hari Katha and you listen to devotees. They're lifting up the pastimes of the Lord by preaching, by preaching that word, preaching those truths, and that gives the shelter. That's like lifting Govardhan Hill. So Krishna's doing it, but he does it through his devotees.
Amazing.
See, yeah. Matter of fact, even in that pastime, a lot of the cowherd boys had their sticks, helping the Lord hold it up. That represents how the Lord works through his devotees. I mean, that's the only practical way you're going to see the Lord work. Just like the Lord's modes of nature work through persons.
Yes.
Yeah, to find his transcendental potency has to work through a person. That's why the devotees manifest in this world. They take birth in this world so that they can lift up the pastimes of the Lord, and only they can really do it because they don't speculate and they love those pastimes. They love that name. See, that's why Madhavendra Puri, he loved chanting. See, because of his ecstatic love, the Lord accepts. I accepted your service, and because of that, I'm going to appear publicly and deliver those who see me.
In the
Yeah.
hill.
Govardhan Hill,
Yeah.
lifter of Govardhan
Yeah.
Hill. So we're doing the same thing. We lift up the pastimes of the Lord and present them to the world. So we give audience. See, we're giving audience to the real Krishna, not the speculation. That's why you don't see love of God, because nobody's lifting up the real conclusive truths of the Bhagavatam. The real confidential truths, which is all about how to awaken ecstatic love quickly.
Yes.
See, but nobody's lifting it up except us. Therefore, that's why ecstatic devotion is appearing. See, we're lifting, because of ecstatic the love, the Lord is accepting our service. See, and he's giving audience to the world of its real nature. His ecstatic nature, his ecstatic yawning.
Yeah. The
So,
roller coaster.
yeah. Well, that's kind of the purification part. Roller coaster.
And the yawning as well.
Yawning too, yeah. It's all purification.
Yeah. Okay, so I was installed by Bahra, and here I am the authority. When the Muslim attacked, the priest who was serving me hid me in his bush in the jungle. Then he ran away out of fear of the attack. Since the priest went away, I have been staying in this bush cover. It is very good that you have come here now. You now just remove me with care. Pobre, we read this.
Doesn't matter. You read it, but you didn't.
But it's
you
good.
didn't understand it.
No,
You have to hear it.
I feel so sorry for the bush in the cold
Yeah, that's
weather.
all. That's
it's what
okay.
it is.
That's roller coaster. No, it's not
it's
what
a
it. No,
roller
it's
coaster.
not what it is. But you can learn what it is because it's all secrets. See, the roller coaster is to help get purified so that you can see the spirit nature of that. Read that again. I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
Read what
Since
you
the priest went away.
and I might interrupt you. So
See,
that's what I do. So go ahead.
interrupt me, please. Since the priest went away, I have been staying in this bush. It is very good that you have come here. Now just remove me with care.
Yeah, and so when the priests they run away, the priest is actually the person that presents the deity. So the priest is meant to be actually qualified. So when the priest goes away, they're represented by the spiritual master, the real associates of the Lord. So if the priest goes away, the real deity stays in the bush, stays in the jungle, and all this growth goes around it, which is all these speculations and all this. It covers the real deity, covers the real Krishna, the transcendental nature of Krishna. See, so Madhavendra Puri, he developed ecstatic devotion, and the Lord said, because of your service, now I've accepted your service because of your ecstatic love. Now you can take me out. You can present me to the world so they can be delivered. Otherwise, the Lord gets covered over all his conceptions and everything, these speculations, people change the books. Institution. Everything covers the real nature of God. Yeah. So, and then people, they need the devotee to uncover that. That's our work. I mean, we're here uncovering the real Krishna and Radha and their nature and their pastimes, and proving it because in the books, the Shastras say those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. So if you can't do that, you have no business saying that you're a deliverer here in this world, because you haven't delivered it, you haven't proved it. So we prove it here because people are being delivered. They're going through the purification process, and this prema is awakening, and that causes them to become liberated souls. There's no other, you can't fake it. When people are faking it, and it's only because people lack clear knowledge of the conclusive truth that they get away with it. But they ain't going to get away with it anymore. No. Not on our watch.
No, well, I mean, I was reading this and I feel like crying. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Don't worry about why. Just
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
just do it. It's just so hard to cry for me.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
if it's
pathetic.
natural. See,
Yeah, yeah,
that's the beauty of this.
yeah,
It all happens naturally.
yeah.
See, and you get spontaneous purification. Usually, it's very hard to cry, and you have to go to psychotherapies and
No,
pay
some people cry
lots of
for
money.
anything. Right? It's hard. I felt that when I'm reading, it's amazing.
Yeah, well, actually, that means you're actually cultivating devotional service. In the
Yeah.
Shastras, these books, it says you cultivate devotional service when tears begin to manifest.
Mm.
That's when you're actually cultivating devotional service. Before that time, your heart is hard and just doing rules, regulations, religion.
Yeah,
Things
well,
like that. Yeah.
okay, so after saying this, the boy disappeared. Then Madhavendra Puri woke up and began to consider his dream. Madhavendra Puri began to lament, I saw Lord Krishna directly, but I could not recognize him. Thus, he fell down on the ground in ecstatic love. Madhavendra Puri cried for some time when he fixed his mind on executing the order of Gopala. Thus he became tranquil. After taking his morning bath, Madhavendra Puri entered the village and assembled all the people. Then he spoke as follows. The proprietor
The proprietor.
eso, the proprietor or whatever
Yeah.
of the village, Govardhana
Dari.
Dari, is lying in the bushes. Let us go there and rescue him from that place. The bushes are very dense, and we will not be able to enter the jungle. Therefore, take choppers and spades to clear the way.
Yeah. Bhaktisiddhanta and Prabhupada, they said they had to clear jungle growth so that they can establish this Krishna conscious movement. Because there's a lot of jungle misconceptions, misunderstandings, and so the acharyas they clear away this jungle growth. Otherwise, the real Krishna stays hidden.
Yeah.
It's
like what Amy is saying. You see, it's just like right now in the world, the Lord is covered and no one knows or see him. But here, the Lord is uncovered and his transcendental energy is continuously present because of the ecstatic love and devotion represented through his true devotees.
Boy, it's
Wow.
out of the mouths of babes.
Yeah.
It's a great realization.
Yeah. Wow. Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
She has real faith in what we're doing.
Yeah,
and so the Lord reciprocates and gives her a real good understanding.
Yeah.
She listens really good.
Very good.
So that's why she's a good preacher already.
Yeah, already. Yes.
It's time for you to do some Facebook Lives, Amy. Get up there.
Yeah. Okay.
You too. You should.
Well,
read.
I'm gonna do a YouTube live once when I'm ready. So everyone needs to move into YouTube. Because the Facebook, I'm not too much into Facebook. I'm more into.
Well, you just hit the live button.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you don't have to be into Facebook. Just put the live button and just do a preaching.
Okay. When they saw the deity covered with dirt and grass, they were all struck with wonder and pleasure. When they saw him with dirt.
Say that again.
Okay. When they saw the deity covered with dirt and grass, they were all struck with wonder and pleasure.
Yeah, well, because they saw the deity. They didn't, The deity, even though it was covered, it was beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. The deity was beautiful. So yeah, and for devotees, naturally devotees are happy when they see God. Even the
Yes,
deity.
of course.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's when I saw that boy, and I wasn't afraid, but I was like a child.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay. And they had cleansed the body of the deity. Some of them said, the deity is very heavy, no single person can move him.
Mm.
He's heavy. Since the deity was very heavy, some of the stronger men assembled to carry him to the top of the hill. Madhavendrapuri also went there.
Mm.
A big stone was made into throne.
Into a throne.
Yeah. And the deity was installed upon it. Another big stone was placed behind the deity for support. All the
Brahmanas.
Brahmanas priests of the village gathered together with the 9 water
Pots.
pots and water from Govindakunda lake was brought there and filtered. When the deity was being installed, 900 pots of water were brought from Govindakunda. There were musical sounds of bugles and drums and the singing of women. During the festival, all the installation ceremony, some people sang and some danced. All the milk, yogurt, and clarified butter in the village were brought to the festival. Various food and sweet meat, as well as other kind of presentation, were brought there. I'm unable to describe all this. The villagers, the people from the village, right,
Mhm.
brought a large quantity of tulasi leaves, flowers, and various kind of garments. Then Madravendra Puri personally began the
Abhishek.
Abhishek. That means bathing ceremony. Yeah.
Mhm.
After all inauspicious things were driven away by chanting of the mantra, the deity bathing ceremony started. First, the deity was massaged with a large quantity of oil so that his body became very glossy. Let's see if this works on your phone. What type of deals do you have? Better idea. Minuto, por favor.
Oh, is it?
Pues, no tengo nada. Perfecto, ¿no?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm closing. After the first bathing, further bathings were conducted with Pankam Gaiwa.
Pachagaiva or something.
Eso. Pankawata.
Panchamrita.
Okay, that. And then with Panchamita. Then the Mahasana was performed with the ghee and water which has been brought in 100 pots. After the Mahasana was finished, the deity was again massaged with scents oil and his body made glossy. Then the last bathing ceremony was performed with cleansed water kept within a conch shell.
Conch shell, yeah.
Yeah, conch shell is the one that have the hole inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. After the body of the deity was cleansed, he was dressed very nicely with new garments. Then sandalwood, pulp, tulasi garlands, and other fragrance flowers garlands were placed upon the body of the deity. After the bathing ceremony was finished, incense and lamps were burned and all kinds of food offered before the deity. This food included yogurt milk, as many sweetmeats as were received. The deity was first offered many varieties of food, then sent drinking water in new pots, and then water for washing the mouth, finally pan mixed with a variety of spices was offered. After the last offering of tambula and pan, Bogadatrika, was performed, finally everyone offered various prayers, and then you know how to say
Obeisances.
obeisances, of course. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Falling flat before the deity in full surrender. As soon as the people of the village had understood the deity was going to be installed, they had brought their entire stocks of rice, dal, and wheat flour. They brought such large quantities that the entire surface of the top of the hill was filled.
Hmm.
When the villagers, the people of the village, of course, brought their stock of rice, dal, and flowers, the potters of the village brought all kinds of cooking pots, and in the morning the cooking began. Then Brahma cooked the food grains, and 5 Brahma cooked both dry and liquid vegetables. 5 to 7 men prepared a huge quantity of chapatis,
Chapatis.
which were completely covered with ghee, that is clarified butter, as were all the vegetables, rice, and dal. What is a dal?
Dal is kind of like a soup, like a pea soup.
Nice. All the cooked rice was stuffed on palasa leaves, which were on new clothes spread over the ground. Around the stack of cooked rice were stacks of chapatis, and all the vegetables and liquid vegetables preparations were placed in different pots and pots around them. Pots of yogurt, milk, buttermilk, and cicarini, sweet rice cream, and solid cream were placed alongside the vegetables. In this way, the Anakutha ceremony was performed, and Madhaventra Puri Goswami personally offered everything to Gopala. Right? Many water pots were filled with sense water for drinking, and Lord Gopala, who had been hungry for many days, ate everything offered to him. Although Sri Gopala ate everything offered, still, by the touch of his transcendental hand, everything remained as before.
Hmm? Yeah, go ahead.
Minuto.
Yeah. Once he goes to the restroom, we'll chant a little bit. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We'll just read a few more minutes.
See, I'm reading all this food and I'm hungry. All the time I'm hungry because I'm a gorda.
Yeah.
You know what a gorda is?
Yeah. So I'll be right back. So go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Secret to the devotees of the Lord. Okay. How Gopala ate everything while the food remained the same was transcendentally perceived by Madhavendra Puri Goswami. Nothing remained a secret to the devotees of the Lord. The wonderful festival and installation of Sri Gopalaji was arranged in one day. Certainly, all this was accomplished by the potency of Gopala. No one but a devotee can understand this. Madhavendra Puri offered water to Gopala for washing his mouth, and he gave him betel nuts to chew. Then, while arati were performed, all the people chanted Hara, Haya, Haya, all glories to Gopala. I'm going to turn the light on because it's a little bit dark here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mary. Okay, so Mandavendra Puri offered water to Gopala for washing his mouth. I read this, and he gave him betel nuts to chew. Then, while Arati was performed, all these people chanting Jaya, Jaya, all glories to Gopala. Arranging the Lord's wrist, Sri Madhavendra Puri brought new coat, and over this he spread a new bedspread, and thus made the bed ready. A temporary temple was constructed by covering the bed.
Read from here. What verse are you on?
By covering the bed, 82.
Go ahead, find it there. I need this.
Okay. 82 I said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. 82, 82. Okay, 82. Okay. A temporary temple was constructed by covering the bed all around him, a straw mattress. You know the thing where you go and sleep. How do you call that? Mattress. Right. Thus, there was a bed and straw mattress to cover it. After the Lord was laid down to rest on the bed, Madhavendra Puri gathered all the Brahma who had prepared the prasadam and said to them, "Now feed everyone sampuopusli." I'm sorry, guys, I don't know some words. Okay, you understand, right? Right. Okay. From the children on up to the aged, to the old guys, right? All the people gathered there sat down to honor the prasadam, and by the look they took food. All the Brahman and their wives were fed first. Those who took prasadam included not only the people of Govardhana village, but also those who came from other villages. They also saw the deity of Gopala and were offered prasadam to eat. Seeing the influence of the Madhavendra Puri, all the people gathered there were struck with wonder. They saw that the Anakuta ceremony, which had been performed before during the time of Krishna, was now taking place again by the mercy of Sri Madhavendra Puri. All the Brahmins present on that occasion were initiated by Madhavendra Puri in the Vaisnava cult, and Madhavendra Puri engaged them in different type of services. After taking after taking rest, the deity must be awakened at the end of the day, and immediately some food and water must be offered to him. When it was advertised throughout the country that Lord Gopala had appeared atop Govardhana Hill, all the people from neighboring villages came to see the deity. One village after another was pleased to beg Madhavendra Puri to allot them one day to perform the Anakuta ceremony. Thus, day after day, the Anakuta ceremony was performed for some time. Sri Madhavendra Puri did not eat anything throughout the day, but at night, after laying the deity down to rest, he took a milk preparation. The next morning, the rendering of service to deity began again, and people from one village arrived with all kinds of grains. The inhabitants of the village brought the deity Gopala as much food, grain, ghee, yogurt, and milk as they had in their village. The next day, almost as before, there was an Anakuta ceremony. All the Brahmins prepared food and Gopala accepted them. The The ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness is Braham, Braham, Brahamu, Humi, sorry, or Brahavana, where the people are naturally inclined to love Krishna and Krishna is naturally inclined to love them. Uh, Throngs of people came from different villages and to see the deity of Galapa, and they took Mahaprasadam sum, sumptuously. I don't know, sorry. When they saw the super excellent from the Lord Gopala, all their lamentations and unhappiness disappeared. All the villages in the neighboring Braha, Brahamu, Brahamumi, Brahamumi became aware of the appearance of Gopala, and all the people from these villages came to see him. Day after day, all performed the Ankuta ceremony. In this way, not only the neighboring villages, but all the other provinces came to know Gopala's appearance. Thus, people came from all over, bringing a variety of presentations. The people of Mathura, who are very big capitalists, also brought various presentations and offered them before the deity in devotional service. Thus, countless presentation of gold, silver, garments, scents, articles, and eatables arrived. The store of Gopala increased daily. Amazing. One very rich uh, Kshatriya of the royal order constructed a temple. Someone made cooking utensils, and someone constructed boundaries, walls. Each and every family resident, residing in the land of Muni contributed one cow. In this way, thousands of cows became the property of Gopala. Eventually, two Brahmas in the renounced order arrived from Bengal and Madha, Madhavendra Puri, who liked them very much, kept them in Bra, in Bra, mm, Vrindavan and gave them all kinds of comforts. These two were then initiated by Madhavendra Puri, and he entr- entrusted them with daily services of the Lord. This service was performed constantly, you know. Okay, and the worship of the deity became very gorgeous. Thus, Madhavendra Puri was very pleased. In this way, the deity worship in the temple was very gorgeously performed for 2 years. Then one day, Madhavendra Puri had a dream. In his dream, Madhavendra Puri saw Gopala, who said, "My bodily temperature still has not decreased. Please bring me sandalwood from the Malaya province and smear the pulp over my body to cool me. Bring the sandalwood pulp from Jagannath Puri. Kindly go quickly. Since no one else can do it, you must. After having this dream, Madhavendra Puri Goswami became very glad due to the ecstasis of love of Godhead, and in order to execute the command of the Lord, he started east towards Bengal. Before leaving, Madhavendra Puri made all arrangements for regular deity worship, and he engaged different people in various duties. Then, taking up the order of Gopala, he started for he started for Bengal. When Madhavendra Puri arrived at the house of Ad- Advaita Akaraya in Santipura, the Akaraya became very pleased upon seeing the ecstatic love of Godhead manifest in Madhavendra Puri. Advaita Akaraya begged to be initiated by Madhavendra Puri. After initiating him, Madhavendra Puri started for South India. Going into South India, Sri Madhavendra Puri visited Remuna, where Gopinatha is suited, suited. Upon seeing the beauty of the deity, Madhavendra Puri was overwhelmed. In the corridor of the temple, from which people generally view the deity, Madhavendra Puri chanted and danced. Then he sat down there and asked a Brahmana what kind of food they offered to the deity. From the excellence of the arrangement, Madhavendra Puri understood by deduction that only the best food was offered. Are you laughing at my reading?
Yeah.
You're laughing at my reading?
Am I doing what?
Are you laughing?
No,
Oh,
I'm
no.
not laughing. No,
Okay.
Just
Or maybe my accent.
no, I'm not laughing at anything.
Okay.
I'm laughing at life.
Yeah, good.
Hey, 9 people here.
See, that's good.
Yeah.
And everyone
You
is
enjoying the story?
listening to my accent that is, I'm trying. Some words I'm saying it in Spanish because I don't know how to pronounce them in
It's
English.
okay. It doesn't
That's
matter.
okay.
Just,
They understand, right?
Sure, yeah.
Sí.
You like it, the book?
Sí, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just finish this.
Okay.
Very important. But Avendra Puri thought, I shall inquire from the priest what food are offered to Gopinatha, so that by making arrangements in our kitchen, we can offer similar food to Sri Gopala. When the Brahma priest was questioned about this matter, he explained in detail what kind of food were offered to the deity of Gopinatha. See, the Brahma priest said, in the evening the deities offer sweet rice in 12 earthen pots, because the taste is as good as nectar. It is named
Comes and read to us. Please
Okay.
visit. Amrita Kelly.
Okay. This sweet rice is celebrated throughout the world as Gopinatha Krishna.
Kashira, Gopinath
Keshera.
Kashira.
Okay, Keshera. It is not offered anywhere else in the world. While Madhavendra Puri was taken with
Talking.
talking talking with Brahma priest, the sweet rice was placed before the deity as an offering. Hearing this, Madhavendra Puri thought as follows: If, if without my asking, a little sweet rice is given to me, I can then taste it and make a similar preparation to offer my Lord Gopala. Madhavendra Puri became greatly ashamed when he desired to taste the sweet rice, and he immediately began to think of the Lord Vi- Vishnu,
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 Vishnu.
Vishnu. You see that those words are more pronounced in the Spanish word than in the English one. Vishnu, the I is a E for us, right? So this is very Spanish. While he was thus thinking of Lord Vishnu, the offering was complete and the Arati ceremony began. Okay. After the Arati was finished, Madhavendra Puri offered his obeisances,
Obeisances.
obeisances to the deity and then left the temple. He did not say anything more to anyone. Madhavendra Puri avoided begging. He was completely unattached and indifferent to material things. If, without his begging, someone offered him some food, he would eat. Otherwise, he would fast. ¿Qué pasa con vos? Sí, she's good. Maybe they can see her.
Ooh.
Oh no,
Oh yeah.
you ruined it. Okay.
Sorry about
See, that's okay. Yeah, she's got all excited. Okay. Madhavendra Puri. Okay. Okay, now she's all excited. Okay. Aparamahamsa, like Madhavendra Puri, is always satisfied in the loving service of the Lord. Material hunger and thirst cannot impede his activities. When he desired to taste a little sweet rice offered to the deity, he considered that he had committed an offense by desiring to eat what was being offered to the deity. Pobre. Mahavendra Puri left the temple and sat down in the village marketplace, which was vacant. Sitting there, he began to chant. In the meantime, the temple priest laid. No, no. Okay, look at her. She's playing with him. Okay, we have a dog there. Yes, we have.
It's a dog there. Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
and
okay.
she's jumping all over the Okay. Okay. So finishing his daily duties, the priest went to take a rest. In a dream, he saw Gopinatha deity come to talk to him, and he spoke as follows: "Zero priest, please get up." Zero priest. Oh, priest. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
priest.
Oh, priest. Okay. Oh, priest, please get up and open the door of the temple. Open the door of the temple. Leave her because she's gonna jump and she's gonna
It's
be
all right, it's
okay.
I got it under control.
Open the door of the temple. I have kept one pot of sweet rice for the sannyasi Madhavendra Puri. This pot of sweet rice is just behind my cloth curtain. You did not see it because of my tricks. It's your maricona. It's not like clean, just put water. She's the maricona will not drink it. Amazing. This pot of sweet rice is just behind my cloak pocket. A Sannyasi named Madhavendrapuri is sitting in the vacant marketplace. Please take this pot of sweet rice from behind me and deliver it to him. Awakening from the dream, the priest immediately rose from bed and thought it it wise to take a bath before entering the deity's room. He then opened the temple door. According to the deity's direction, the priest found the pot of sweet rice behind the cloth curtain. He removed the pot and mopped up the place where it has been kept. He then went out of the temple. Right. Closing the door of the temple, he went to the village with a pot of sweet rice. He called out in every stall in search of Madhavendra Puri. Holding the pot of sweet rice, the priest called, Will he host? Will he host?
When he whose name
Will.
yeah.
Okay. Whose name, all right, is Madhavendra Puri, please come and take this pot. Gopinatha has stolen this pot of sweet rice for you. The priest continued. Would the sannyasi, whose name is Madhavendra Puri, please come and take this pot of sweet rice and enjoy the prasadam with great happiness. You are the most fortunate person within those three worlds. Hearing this invitation, Madhavendra Puri came out and identified himself. The priest then delivered the pot of sweet rice and offered his obeisances. Obeisances. I cannot do it. Falling flat before him. When the story about the pot of sweet rice was explained to him in detail, Sri Madhavendra Puri at once became absorbed in ecstasy love of Krishna. Upon seeing the ecstatic, loving symptoms manifest in the
Madhavendra
Puri, the priest was struck with wonder. He could understand why Krishna had before so much obliged to him, and he saw that Krishna's action was befitting.
Yeah, so he could see the priest was intelligent. He saw the ecstatic symptoms of Madhavendra Puri and could understand why he got so much mercy because of that intimacy.
Yeah.
See? He had that actual intimate relationship, and that's what it's all about. The advanced devotees have an intimate relationship with the Lord, therefore they have ecstatic symptoms. It's that simple. It's and the Lord was giving that and turning ordinary people into confidential associates of Krishna. Just and that's what we're doing here. That's our work, is simply to turn people, transform them, change them into confidential servants of the Lord.
Amazing.
It's amazing, yeah. And I mean, it's not like we're doing it per se, but we've been charged with that order and that ability. Whoever comes here will very quickly go through the transformation. It's like an ascension process. You know how in New Age they talk about ascending and ascension, stuff. Yeah. Well, this is the real thing. This is not a speculation and a dream and a celestial dream, and that never happens. this actually happens. You ascend into the spiritual level of consciousness and never come back
Consciousness.
to this material mundane consciousness.
Mundana.
This is the roller coaster thing.
Yeah, I've been through a roller coaster of emotions today.
Yeah, this is
So
part
that's
of
what
yeah.
we're talking about, the
Yeah.
roller coaster. of
Yeah,
life.
that's part of the purification. You're going through a lot of that
Yeah.
cleansing.
That's very, very weird.
Yeah, it's an ascension.
An ascension. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
she understands. Yeah,
Yeah, she understands. Wow.
yeah, and it's a permanent change, and this is
Yeah,
called
yeah,
the
yeah.
regeneration. The Christian and Jesus called it the regeneration. Those who follow me into the regeneration will be saved. That's what's happening now. We're here causing this regeneration.
Roller coaster here too. You see, Mary's
Oh yeah, Mary goes
going
through
through
this.
that
Yeah,
as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, you ladies, all of you.
Yeah, I'm
especially.
glad.
And I went through it.
Yeah, you went through it.
Yeah, and then it just gradually things get purified and settled into ecstatic emotional roller coaster, which is not like it's not like this is more iron like when you're getting purified. It's not really ecstatic, but it's it's like you're going through stuff. And,
We women, because we go through the hormone cycle,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we're more used to the funny, weird feelings.
yeah,
But today I had everything in one day. It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
See, roller coaster,
Roller
like
coaster.
Mary, yeah. And like Amy. Amy
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, so this is the beautiful thing, and a wonderful service for the Lord and for the devotees. Because in order to go through this transformation, you have to have this special association.
Yeah,
It's very rare. It's just like how many Jesuses, like say back then, would you get the same kind of Holy Spirit? No, it was only
Tuca
Jesus.
as well. Yeah, he went through the road. I
Yeah.
think that also
Yeah.
we're having a thing happening in the
Well,
universe.
this is the thing.
This
You know,
is the thing. This is the
thing.
thing.
This
It's the
is the
thing.
thing.
We're
This is-
eclipsing, like the eclipse.
I mean, others may be going through because it's because we're all connected. But here is like the center of that, where whoever comes close gets a full-on dose and goes through very quickly.
So-
You become changed.
So wow.
Yeah.
So maybe in less than a week time, we are totally different people, right?
Well, let's see how long. It's
For me, it has changed
everybody's
so quickly, right?
Yeah, it happens fast.
Fast. But look, all of them are the same.
Yeah, roller coaster. Same here.
Yeah, same here with
yes,
Tuca, Mary, Amy.
Everybody, all of us. I went through
Yeah,
it.
you went through it as well. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love the roller coaster now is the transcendental mellows, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful. All these emotional states are all perfect and juicy and spirit. And the Lord wants to give this gift to the world.
Yeah.
So those who are ready for it, they'll come.
It's good that we understand that it's part of the purification.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
That's another thing. Yeah, people.
Otherwise
if you
you
don't
feel
know,
like
you
crazy.
think it's crazy or it's weird, or you need a psychotherapist or something.
Well,
Some people. I had one lady when I first started preaching, and she was getting all this love, ecstatic devotion, awakening.
she went to a psychotherapy.
Well, it was on YouTube, so I didn't have like physical contact or a lot of she's just watching the videos, and all this awakening was happening. And then she went through this roller coaster and some separation, and there was nobody. She didn't talk to me. She just kind of disappeared.
And went to the therapist.
And she didn't. I got confused and went to the therapist. But the therapist was
They put
intelligent.
pills on the people.
No.
Okay.
This was special.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this therapist was. She was led to this special therapist,
Oh.
and she explained her situation, what was going through, and the therapist said, "Oh, it looks like you're giving up." No, well, let me.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Perdón.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know what I'm saying.
Of course.
The therapist said it looks like you're going through letting go of the material world, going through the a process like that.
Wow.
And so
That's a good therapist.
Yeah. So
No one says that.
Yeah, and she came back and told me, But she was all, see, a lot of people, they're just busy with stuff in the world. And she says, I got all these children and I got all this important stuff. And so she never continued it. And people, that's why it takes sometimes lifetimes for people to, not everybody continues the process. They may get a glimpse and they don't understand it's the import. And they go out and the Maya just kind of attracts
Takes
them.
over.
Yeah, it takes over, and
I
they
don't
go
think
into the
it's-
world. And
yeah.
just, yeah. Listening and chanting with attention is truly perspective shifting. Yeah,
Amy knows.
yeah, she knows. She's a knower.
Yeah.
All right, so let's end this now, and we'll come back in the morning.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It was very nice. Thank you so much, guys.
yeah.
It's nice to
So
share
yeah.
this
So,
time with him. But I mean, I kind of took over, but that's okay. He's not
No,
gonna
it's
go to the
great, yeah.
mountain.
yeah.
Everyone talks about the mountain that you're not going, and that's good. That's great. Hare Krishna. Oh, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
Shamaguri said she really enjoys, she said in another class that she really enjoys these evening things. that
Oh,
we do.
good. That's beautiful. Thank you. So that's why he's staying a little bit longer, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank everyone.
Yeah, Shamaguri must be really late for you over there.
Shamaguri. Shamaguri?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
She's in Germany.
Yeah, of course.
It's really late.
It's 7 hours more, right?
Yeah.
Like all Europe, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's go. We'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you in the morning.
I've done three classes today.
Okay. Bye, guys.